A very good evening, students. So here, as you know that from last few days, we are practicing, revising our chapter, that is chapter number 9, Biomolecules. And see, only reading will not solve the purpose till you will not practice more and more and more MCQs. At least every topic, from every topic, you need to discover, you need to solve 100 to 200 questions. Only then they will help you to boost your confidence, right? So here, that is why I have taken today a practice test. You can solve this test before I give my answer, right? I will slowly read every question. There are approximately 20 to 30 questions. So I will slowly read these questions. Before I give answer, you should write your answer and check it with me, right? That your answer is correct or not. You have to, you have to be honest with yourself. Otherwise, oh, you are revising, you are reading, you are reading NCRT. That ultimately will not help you to understand that how much you have learned from this chapter. So here first question goes is, secondary metabolites can be observed in now one more thing, these all questions are from NCRT, so they will also help you to master at least completely NCRT, and few questions are based on your complete concepts, right? So there is nothing that is coming out from the book, they are all based on your concepts. So secondary metabolites, we know that there are two types of metabolites, one is primary and one is secondary. Primary metabolites are those which help in your growth, development, as well as reproduction. As you know, amino acids, carbohydrates, nucleotides, these are very important for your growth. But other side, secondary metabolites like gums, antibiotics, drugs, right? These are additional, they perform additional functions. So secondary metabolites, they can be observed in, like, gums, cellulose, these all are our secondary metabolites. So from where you can get secondary metabolites? Only plant cells, or fungal cells, or microbial cells, or all of the above. So write down your answer quickly. So answer will be all of the above. Second question, let's move to the second question. Which of the following is or are secondary metabolites? Rubber, morphine, curcumin. You know that I just said that gums, antibiotics, drugs, these are all belong to category of secondary metabolites. So what should be the answer? What should be the answer? The answer is, correct answer is D. Primary metabolites, they include glucose and fructose, present in all living beings, play known roles in all physiological process. We know the concept that primary metabolites, they are important for growth, for development, for reproduction. So definitely they are carbohydrates, they are sugars, they are present in us, they play major role in physiological processes. So answer will be all of the above. Next question, which one of the following secondary metabolites are used as a drug? See, anthocyanin is a pigment, right? Gums and cellulose, they are not used as drug. Abrin and ricin, that is again. So only one option is left, curcumin and vinblastin. It is given in our NCRT that vinblastin and curcumin, these are secondary metabolites which are used as drugs. Please write down it in bold letters that vinblastin and curcumin, mark in your NCRT that these are secondary metabolites used as drugs. Next is the, choose the correct option. Correct option you have to choose: pigments, carotenoids, anthocyanin, alkaloids, monoterpenes, toxins, morphine, polymeric substances, ricin. Now, you know that the carotenoids and anthocyanin both are our pigment. So the correct answer will be A. Concanavalin A is. Okay, concanavalin A is. It is not an essential oil. It is not a pigment. It is not an alkaloid. It is a lectin. It is a basically carbohydrate binding protein. So it is the answer will be, it is a lectin, concanavalin. Now if you will not solve the MCQs, you will never able to understand that which kind of questions can be asked to you. So this will basically come open your mind that how or which type of questions can be asked and how you have to solve those questions. Okay, next question we are taking is, select the secondary metabolites from the list given below. Alkaloids, flavonoids, oils, rubber, antibiotics, spices, scents, gums, pigments. These all are. Can you see any primary metabolites here? No. So they all are secondary metabolites. So option will be, which option will be correct? Option A will be correct. Next, after doing the chemical analysis of organic compounds found in living organism, two fractions were observed, namely NCRT first page of your Biomolecules 142 page number. Which two fractions were 142 and 143? Both page numbers are important. Which fractions were observed? Acid soluble and acid insoluble pool, carbon pool, hydrogen pool, inorganic. You know that we define them or differentiate them according to the acid soluble pool and acid insoluble pool. Choose the element which is negligible in living matter. We know that magnesium is still there, calcium is there, sulfur is there. So which one is almost negligible in living matter? That is your silicon. Grinding of a living tissue, page number 143 NCRT. Grinding of living tissue in a trichloroacetic acid shows the presence of inorganic compounds. Now most of you will write the answer both A and B, which is incorrect. The answer should be, if you have read that line, the answer will be acid soluble fraction. Inorganic compounds like sulfate and phosphate, they are observed in acid, categorized in acid soluble fraction. Biomolecules are, यहाँ पे बहुत confusion होती है, you or most of the time say organic materials only. See, biomolecules, they are not only the organic material, they are all carbon compounds which are obtained from the living tissue. That is the correct definition of biomolecules. All the carbon compounds. Many of the times in my videos, in my lectures, I have told you that carbon content is very, very important in case of organic compounds, biomolecule compounds. They are all carbon compounds which are obtained from living tissue. So answer will be C. Next question. Let's move to next question. We have read about amino acids, right? Amino acids are substituted methanes. What are the four substituent groups occupying the 4 valency position? You know that amino acid is substituted methane. So here first is having carbon, another is having COOH, another one is your amino group, then there is your one functional group. So which one should be the correct option? The option C, hydrogen, carboxyl group, amino group and a variable group. So the correct answer will be A. Variety of amino acids are formed on the basis of, how the variety, different types of amino acid, how do you differentiate them? Only on the basis of hydroxyl group, or on the basis of carboxyl group, or on the position of hydrogen, or they are defined on the basis of nature of R group. Variety of amino acids formed. We say some have methyl group, some have your hydroxyl group. So how? The nature of R group. It helps to show the different variety of amino acids. Types of amino acids found in proteins. Most of you will always mark answer 21, which is incorrect, bacha. Those amino acid which are present found in our body and which can be converted into proteins, these are only 20 amino acid. Yes, definitely we got our 21st amino acid also, which is selenocysteine, but there are 20 amino acids which are found in proteins. Based on the number of amino and carboxyl groups, I gave you one shortcut to remember this in the amino acid video. You can refer to my amino acid video, that how to remember acidic, basic and neutral group. I told that time that what is the only one amino acid which is neutral, that is valine. And there I gave you the trick how to remember this acidic and basic amino acid. Acidic दो होते हैं हमारे पास, glutamic and aspartic acid. They both are our acidic one. So the correct answer will be A. Amino acid tryptophan. See, bacha, tryptophan is the precursor for the synthesis of thyroxine hormone, estrogen and progesterone, cortisol and cortisone. These all are basically usually hormones. Melatonin and serotonin. What is a serotonin? Serotonin is a neurotransmitter and tryptophan is the best precursor for the precursor होता है जिससे you can form other molecules. Basically start reaction यहाँ से होता है. It is the initiator for the synthesis of neurotransmitter. So in these all options, which one is neurotransmitter? Which one is neurotransmitter? Melatonin and serotonin. So correct answer. My tryptophan is precursor for the synthesis of melatonin and serotonin. Okay, which one of the following is sweetest sugar? यहाँ पे हम मार्क करके आते हैं हमेशा सुक्रोज. बच्चा अगर सुक्रोज 0.74 है, the fructose amount will be sweetest में 1.7. So the sweetest sugar we say always fructose. Which one is the main characteristics of plant? Glucose and cellulose, pyruvic acid and glucose, cellulose and starch, starch and pyruvic acid. See, now for this kind of question you don't need any kind of key from where these questions are coming. Only you need to understand that now you need to apply your concept. You know that plants, they have, what do they have? They have glucose definitely, but the main characteristic of plant is cellulose and starch. The answer will be, all are there. Glucose is there, cellulose is there, but cellulose, because what cellulose is important product as well as starch. They are the main characteristic feature of plants. Which one is disaccharide? Ribose is a disaccharide. Go to my carbohydrate revision video. I gave you structures there also and told you that which one is monosaccharide. You know that cellulose is polysaccharide. So one option is gone. Glucose is monosaccharide. Another option is gone. Ribose is monosaccharide. So what is left? Maltose, which is made up of your... Maltose is made up of... Maltose. The answer should be known to you. What is the maltose made up of? Glucose plus glucose, right? Sucrose is made up of glucose plus fructose. Inulin. Inulin is a... Is it a lipid? Is it a vitamin? Is it a protein? Or it is a polysaccharide? Inulin is a polysaccharide. Correct answer will be D. Okay, pentoses and hexoses. यहाँ पे the problem comes is the oligo and the disaccharides. Bacha, pentoses and hexoses. You know that glucose, it has which ring? Hexose. Your fructose, pentose ring, pentose and hexoses, they rings are most common in monosaccharides. Final product of starch digestion. Break down the starch. what will you get? Starch is a polysaccharide which is formed from the many unit of your glucose. So when you will break starch, what will you get? You will get glucose. Simplest form of carbohydrate is carbon, starch. What is the monomeric? You can take this question as the monomeric form, है ना? Simplest form तो obviously carbohydrate का monomers होगा. What is they are made up of? Monosaccharides. Sucrose is common table sugar. What it is made up of? Glucose and fructose. Which one is non-reducing sugar? There are two things mentioned in your NCERT, reducing and non-reducing. Those sugar which can reduce the cupric, basically which can reduce, or I will say which have free aldehyde and free ketone group. And what is the another thing about the reducing sugar? Those, just recall this question, that which are known as reducing sugar, those which have free aldehyde and free keto group, as well as they can change your Cu2 positive to Cu positive. So who can do that? Usually monosaccharides, they are reducing sugars. So which one is not reducing? Glucose is monosaccharide, it can reduce. Galactose is a monosaccharide, it can reduce. Mannose is a monosaccharide, it can reduce. Disaccharides, they are non-reducing sugars. So the correct answer will be, this is very very important topic, bacha, reducing and non-reducing. Don't leave this, okay? So next is glycoproteins. Glycoproteins plus protein. So it means it contains glucose. It may contain carbohydrates. So answer will be D. What are the most diverse molecules in the cell? दिमाग में ये आते ही कि सबसे ज़्यादा तो भाई शुगर ही है. We need energy. So carbohydrates will be the answer, but this is incorrect. The most diverse molecules in the cell is proteins. No cell can live without protein. No cell can survive without proteins. Lipids are insoluble in water. If something is insoluble in water, is that will be neutral, zwitterions, hydrophilic or hydrophobic? Will that be water loving? No, it will be hydrophobic. Which of the following is conjugated protein? Conjugated होती है, दो चीज़ों से मिलके बनी है. Chromoprotein, having colorful part. Phosphate group. Glucose is there. So all of the above. Which one is the conjugated protein? All of the above. Alpha helical model. This we have not written in our notes. This you can note it down. Alpha helical model of protein. It was discovered by Pauling and Corey. These were two scientists who gave us the alpha helical model. Which of the following is polymerized to form protein? कैसे protein बनाना हो तो what should I use? Amino acids. Basic structure of protein. See, Singer and Nicholson, they talk about cell membrane. Watson talk about DNA. Basic structure of protein. It was given by Stanley. It was given by Stanley. So these two scientists you can note down in your NCERT. Stanley and Pauling and Corey. In spite of gaining complete glucose, plants store fructose in ripening fruits because I just told you who is the sweetest sugar? Fructose. And fruits, they are very very sweet. Carbohydrates, the most abundant biomolecules on earth. They are produced by all bacteria. They are produced by some bacteria, algae, as well as green plant cells, right? So this is all about, these all questions are for your practice, and you will definitely master in biomolecules.